Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's what I say at the beginning of every video, and in fact, I also say that bit at the beginning of every video because that's just how intros work, you know? It'd be weird if I said something else, colinmullen.com. So hey everybody, real quick before we get into today's subject, I just want to talk about this painting a little bit. First off, mixed this orange, had to mess around with it a few times, so a decent amount of this video is just me like messing around with orange, and it turns out that like trying to discern the difference between different oranges at really close distance is like really bad for your eyes. Like it felt like I was staring into the sun at points because of just how violently orange this piece is. But yeah, I think it's a good one. It's called Ambulances in March. Obviously, dealing with the things that we're dealing with in 2020. But yeah. Also, today's Mother's Day. That's a good segue. Today's Mother's Day. If you got a good one, call her. Tell her that she's cool. If you don't like, you know, you don't necessarily owe her that. You know, I don't know. You know you better than I know you. So, anyway, let's talk about today's thing and ignore all of the things that aren't that. I guess. So maybe skipping over some obvious stuff, but you know, the obvious stuff of don't upload the highest resolution version of your image to the website that you want to try and get people to interact with you on, because they could just steal it from there. Make sure you watermark your work. Make sure that you, you know, do all of those things. Make sure that you have a link back to your website or link back to a place where you could eventually do commissions, could sell prints, could, monetize it if you ever decided to, or just that way they could go check out your other work, which is something that's valid as well. You may not be interested in doing any of those things right now. Someday you may be, and it's worth it to have a digital presence that is consistent on that front, so that way when you do decide to make that decision, you aren't fighting this battle again, because this is already hard enough to get people to notice you on the internet. Because, well, let me put it this way. The internet is a good thing and a bad thing for artists. There are hundreds and hundreds of artists out there. Now, let's assume that each artist every year puts out one piece of work that is just incredible, that is amazing. It is the most immaculate work that they will do for the year. They post it on a website, and it gets a lot of notoriety. Now, multiply that by however many thousands and thousands of people who are artists who are sharing their work online. It is hard to get noticed because every single day someone is putting out their best work, and it is very easy to compare yourself against the best work of everyone, because everyone sort of becomes an amalgamated huge artist, the other artists that exist blob, wherein you're only seeing their best work. So it's worth it to kind of take that into consideration before you really start posting work online, is that you are fighting against a bunch of other artists that you really don't need to be, and you also are you are seeing the best of the best when you're looking at websites like Reddit or Instagram or what have you. I messed around a little bit with both, trying to get a bead on how they work and how to use them correctly, and how to just optimize it as best as possible for that. And I think for the most part, Instagram and Twitter are probably mostly hashtag based. You want to make sure you have your hashtags in order, and I would imagine it's probably best to start with a already established community. So if you like video games, which is, you know, ostensibly a premise of this channel, I haven't done very many video. Oh, you know what? Last time's was a video game art, so I guess that's fine. But if you like video games, you know, maybe lead people in with some fan art of a video game that you really are passionate about. Don't just do Mario because Mario is popular. Do, you know, that one game that you care about, because there's an already established community there. You don't need to fight everyone in the world to try and get attention as an artist. You can just, you know, integrate yourself into that community of people who like that game, who like that comic, that book, that whatever, that you could very easily just, you know, gain a little bit of notoriety off that. It's why I say anytime you post something on the Vinesus Boru, where we, you know, post our art, or, you know, people post art after streams, to link to your website or whatever, so that way people can go find you. Because again, You may not be doing commissions now, but you may be later. I feel like that is a much better way of going about it. It is a lot easier to start there and then progress. It is very hard to differentiate to some degree the success of any post that I do on any website as RevScarecrow, because some of you guys may be liking it. I may already have had that popularity from that, so it's hard to separate, is that being successful because of that, or is it being successful because of the work? I don't know. But having an already established community is a good start, and an easy way of tricking your way into that is just joining a community and enjoying that content. Don't do it for that sake, but do it because you enjoy that community. That is a way of getting some notoriety, or at least some eyes on you early in the beginning. From there, it's consistency, and there could be another video just about how you don't have to post everything you make online, and I think there was an angle of this question that was about that. But suffice to say, you need to tailor make your art for each individual platform. Some platforms do not enjoy certain types of content. Certain platforms do not like certain kind of perspectives. This is social media 101. Each platform wants its own specific thing. It likes its own specific kind of format, and the disposability of art in these days and these times is something that you very much have to be aware of. You need to be pumping out a lot of art if you don't already have an established community, and so you are fighting an uphill battle, which is not good when it comes to your mental health. You should future-proof yourself in the ways that I've spoken about. So if you're posting to Instagram, having a little bit of a nice thing around your work is probably fine. If you are posting on Tumblr, you might do the same thing. If you are posting on Reddit, you need to keep it clean. If you're posting on Twitter, you should probably keep it clean as well. You know, certain style of content is gonna work better on certain things, and you're gonna have to experiment. You should also experiment about time, regional differences. What time is it for you versus the people who would be enjoying your work? There's a lot that could be said there, and a lot of information that I really can't compact into a video this small. But suffice to say, I think the quick hack to this is joining a community that already exists, and then just enjoying that art as is. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful. If it was, let me know. I need to thank the people on Patreon, because right now the world is in a weird spot. We've talked about it before, and this just provides a little bit of stability to my life. I'm, you know, only do it if you can, obviously. I'm doing okay. I hope you guys are as well. Let me start at the bottom of the list and work my way up. These are the people at the $5 or more tier. Thank you to Wapfu. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, Tino Kill. I think I got that right. Thank you, Spiral. Thank you, Spencer Kane. Thank you, Ryu. Thank you, Punkster. Thank you, Flanixia Theoran. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Mortibus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Lost Nevada. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Katana Squirrel. Thank you, Holgen. Thank you, Geizazan. Thank you, Duxu. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Cappy Rose. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. And thank you, Ants! Imagine if I did it alphabetically from A down. Just right out of the gate with Ants. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. That's what I'm supposed to say. Because that's how you do social media on YouTube well. God. Take care of yourself. That's the important bit here. I'll see you guys in the next one.